Good morning, everyone. This is Flagler Weather Info, and this is a very brief tropical weather update. Tropical depression number 9. It's 11 o'clock on the 27th of September, 2025. Now, taking a look at the satellite imagery, we can see that things are looking better organized now, and the thunderstorms are now kind of condensed under the center, which is right around here. And still got some organization here left to go, but it's starting to come together. So that's again how big this system is, and there's like part of Florida, so it's not really a huge system at least right now. I think things can change. That's why it's important to stay informed on what's happening. So let's take a look at what's going on with tropical depression number 9. So the key messages from the National Hurricane Center: the depression is expected to strengthen and bring tropical storm conditions to portions of the central and northwestern Bahamas through Sunday night. Tropical storm conditions are also possible along portions of the east coast of central Florida beginning Monday, where a tropical storm watch has been issued. I'll be talking about that in just a minute. Rainfall associated with the system will continue to impact Cuba, Hispaniola, Jamaica, Bahamas through the weekend. I'm just going to kind of skip through because that doesn't really apply to us too much. Again, though, if you have travel plans up north, that this could have some more not super significant impacts, but definitely impacts coastal Georgia into the Carolinas and maybe into the mid-Atlantic states, which could cause some flash flooding and river flooding up there. The depression is expected to be at or near hurricane intensity when it approaches the southeast United States coast early next week, where there's a risk of storm surge and wind impacts. Though it's too soon to specify exactly what locations and the magnitude of such impacts, residents should continue to closely monitor the local and latest forecast updates to ensure they have their hurricane plan in place. So let's go ahead and take a look at the cone here. And let's and if you watched this last night, you can see things have changed a little bit. And that's going to happen. You're going to see a lot of changes, especially when we have a low forecast confidence. So they're pretty sure what's going to be happening here. And again, just a reminder that this cone represents where the center may go. It does not represent where weather may occur. And so the National Hurricane Center is pretty confident of this northward or northwest motion. Remember, it could go on the eastern side or the western side of the cone, and where that is will kind of drive what kind of weather we have here in Flagler County. Now, there is a tropical storm watch now in place from just south of us. It does not apply to Flagler County. It starts at the Volusia County line and ends right around where Stuart, Florida is. But that does not include Flagler County at this point in time. This could possibly get extended, or they could change it depending on the needs in the days ahead, or if not, later on today. You can see there's tropical storm warnings well out into the Bahamas. And matter of fact, just about all the Bahamas have tropical storm warnings. And take note that some of that is outside of the cone. Remember, the cone does not represent weather. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. And of course, when you see this big balloon like this, now they're starting to have quite a bit of, we're not sure what's going to happen after we get to maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. So there's a lot of uncertainty where we go after this. But there's definitely been a notable shift then from the last time we talked. And there will be more of these shifts. That's the way these things typically go. There's lots of changes. Now, let's talk about winds right now. So the risk of tropical storm force winds, and we'll get into the wind probabilities here, and we will find Daytona Beach is the closest one that I like to use. So, and actually it was about 28% chance this morning. It's now been reduced to 16% chance of sustained tropical storm force winds. So that's what we want to see. We want to see those numbers starting to come down. So this is a graphic from earlier this morning. You see there's some yellow in the Flagler County here. And we were about 30% chance of seeing sustained tropical storm force winds. But the latest forecast, those numbers have now come down. So we'll have to watch and see if that trend continues. That's definitely some good news as far as staying out of trouble with this one, or at least the worst of it. Hurricane force wind risk is well off to the east. So right now, there's no risk of hurricane force winds, at least for the next 7 days. Keep in mind that this can change if things change with the forecast. Remember, tropical cyclone forecasts can get quite dicey. So, anyways, and sorry about that. So anyhow, we'll go ahead and take a look, closing in here a little bit with this this is kind of the experimental cone. And again, the center can be anywhere in here. This does not show our tropical storm watch. It's just been issued along the East Coast here. It does not show that, so I just don't think that's been updated yet. But this is an experimental product. But and matter of fact, this cone is not even updated yet either. So this is as of the 8 o'clock advisory. So I'm not even going to use that right now. We're going to go back to the one that is up to date. And let's go to the 3-day forecast. It gives us a little bit closer resolution here. And see, here's your tropical storm watch again from just south of Daytona Beach. Just south of Flagler Beach. If you're in Flagler Beach, you're on the edge of it. You're not in it. Daytona Beach is in it, and all the way down to, like I said, just south of Stuart, Florida. This may be extended, or they might cancel it, depending on how things trend. We'll have to watch and see what happens. But that's the only weather product that's in our area right now. And this is the current thinking at least into Tuesday. And then, as I showed you earlier, then there's a fair amount of uncertainty what happens after that. But their best guess is for it to be moving further off to the east. And we'll have to see if that trend continues. So, folks, that's going to wrap it up right now. And we'll be doing a more comprehensive update this evening. So, and we'll be doing these little mini video updates off and on as personnel and time allows. So, again, remember, we're a volunteer outfit here, so we try to do these when we can, but we're not always here all the time. So, again, I want to urge folks, go to the National Hurricane Center, hurricanes.gov, to get your latest official information. And also weather.gov/JAX. That's the National Weather Service out of Jacksonville. That's also another official source. So those are the places you want to stay up to date on what's going on with Tropical Depression 9. Everybody out there, have a great day.